Good morning, teacher. At this moment, we are going to expose about British culture. Within it, we have poetry, theater, gastronomy, etc.
At this moment, I'm going to talk about the theatre in England. The theatre was introduced to England from Europe in Roman times, and theatres were built throughout the country for this purpose. The theatre is a prominent genre within English literature. Its greatest literary figure is precisely a playwright, William Shakespeare. And at this moment, we are going to interpret one of his works of name Romeo and Juliet. Thank you.
Please put that hand away and use to pray, and let the beautiful lady choose on her own. Who is the lady that exalts that gentleman's hands?
I don't know, sir.
She teaches the torches to shine, but have I ever met love? If my eyes do not deceive me until tonight I meet beauty.
Sir, I have to protest.
I have a prior request.
What a request?
The one about love that has to be heard.
It's very serious for someone who dances like that. Speak, my
If
lord.
I have disquieted this century with my unworthy hand, my mouth is ready to soften that roughness with a kiss.
Good pilgrim, do not reproach your hand so much, such a true fervor. The saints do not move for the sake of the speaker.
Them don't move.
Madam, your mother wants to talk to you.
Who is her mother?
Her mother is the lady of the house, and I tell you, whoever wins Juliet will have the crafts.
Does that mean her's a Capulet?
That's right.
For God's sake, I owe my life to my adversary.
Come here, Lullaby. Who is the gentleman who comes out the door?
His name is Romeo. He's a Montesco, the only son of your great.
My only love was born of my hatred.
What have you got?
There is me, oh Romeo, Romeo. Where are you, Romeo? I need your father and reject your name, or else swear your love to me, and I will never again be a Capulet. Romeo, take off your name, and if I take name, is longer part of your taking.
I take you at your word. Call me love and I will be baptized again. From today I will never be Romeo again.
Who are you hiding in the shadow?
Who am I? My name, dear saint. It's a warning to me because it's an enemy to you.
My ears have not yet heard 1,000 words of the expression of that tongues. However, I know the sound of your voice. Are you not Romeo Montesco?
Never, my beloved, if that displeases you.
When you have come, this plague will be your grave, and my family finds you.
There is more danger in your eyes than in 20 words of his look at me with sweetness, and nothing can do evil to me.
I blush at thought of what you have heard. If I asked you for your vow of love, I know you would say yes. Do not think that I am easy not to have heard me. Oh Romeo, trust me.
Good priest, how are you?
Romeo, who is you here crazy?
It's not madness, it's love, father, love for Juliet. And tell me that you accept. I want us to marry tomorrow.
But what are you saying? Juliet had Couplet, but think this is way to end a record of violence between their families. Okay, I'll officiate your wedding. Romeo come and listen. Decide hunt you like Leon love.
Father, what is the verdict of the prince?
That three are goes kinder than you receive the guns you excellent.
No, it's all worse than the...
Stand up, Romeo.
My lady Juliet is crying and babbling.
You speak of Juliet. I have failed her.
Understand, the prince changed. That's full exile.
I don't want to leave Verona. I prefer death.
Zero shout your Juliet's life. Stop crying and don't break her heart.
Tell my Juliet that I am prepared for her punishment.
Yes. But God before the God arrives and they take you
Okay,
away.
father, I'm leave.
Finally, Juliet takes a potion to sleep and not be unfaithful to Romeo. Romeo thinks she is dead and takes a poison. Upon awakening, Juliet sees Romeo and stabs Cerberus with Romeo's dagger. This sad love story unites the two families and the tragic stop.
At this moment, I'm going to talk about the poetry in England. The history of English poetry stretches the middle of the 7th century to the present day. During all this time, English poets have written some of the most memorable poems of European culture, and thus among of other genres. Those on religious themes stand out from devotional compositions to biblical stories. One of the most important poets in England is D.H. Lawrence. And at this moment, I'm going to interpret one of his poems of name Last Words to Miriam. Okay. Yours is the shame and sorrow, but the disgrace is mine. Your love was dark and wrought. Mine was the love of the sun for the flowers he creates with his shine. I was diligent to explore you, blossom you stalk by stalk, till me fire of creation bore you, shivering down in the final dour anguish. Then I suffer a book. And I know your pain, and it broke my fine grasping nerve. Your body quailed at my stroke, and my courage failed to give to the last fine torture you did deserve. You are shapely, you are adorned, but opaque and dull in the flesh. Who, had I but pierced with a thorn, fire, drenching anguish, were fused and cast in a lovely, illumined mesh, like a painted window like a painted window, the best suffering burned through your flesh. Undressed it and left it blessed with a quivering sweet wisdom of grace. But now, who shall take you afresh? Now, who will burn you free from your body's terrors and dross? Since the fire failed in me, what man will stop in your flesh to plow the stricken cross? A mute nearly beautiful thing is your face that fills me with shame. I see it hardening, warping the perfect image of God, and darkening my eternal fame. Thank you.
Continues with our representation of British culture. In this moment, I'm going to talk about of dance. England, as a great most countries, has its typical dance. Today, we will refer to the most representative dance of this country, the Morris dance. Morris dance is one of the dance that is accompanied by music generally. This type of dance is part of procession and the cultural festivals. Morris dance. The Morris dance is a dance performed by a group of dancers. It was first mentioned is 1448 and is still performed today, not just in England, but even in countries as far away as New Zealand. The dance is performed in front or next to a coffee and closet, clay to echo pipes that are linked the root. The dance be performed without extra implement, which can range from handkerchief to thought. Morris dance is one of the dance that is accompanied by music generally. This type of dance is part of procession and the cultural festivals. In this moment, I'm going to perform the Morris dance.
In this opportunity, I am going to make my presentation about the gastronomy of England and its typical dishes, okay? Okay, British food has traditionally been based on lamb, pork, chicken and fish and generally served with potatoes and one other vegetable. The most common and typical foods eaten in Britain include a sandwich, fish and chips, pies like the Cornish pasty, trifle and roast dinners. But in this case, I will only present and talk about the one fish and sheep. This is the typical dish, uh, fish, fish and chips. Okay. These ingredients are potatoes and white fish fillet, oil, salt, yeast, harina, and the cream. Preparation mode. The harina is mixed with yeast and stirred with the fish. Then the potatoes is fried and delicious left fish and chips. This dish is a must try whilst you are in the UK. No matter where you are, you'll be able to find a delicious plate of fish and chips. The very best place to eat fish and chips is the open air. Everybody in the cell just watch out for the seagulls. So if you are studying English at our each board school, make sure you buy some and take them to the beach. Thank you for attention and God bless you. Thank you very much.
Continues with the exposition. We have the music. In England, between the 1860 and 1819, all the music was produced that would change that way. We listen and perceive it. The best musicians are English, the Beatles, Ken, Pink Floyd, Bowie, the Smiths, Led Zeppelin. The endless list. During these years, they were also the hottest conflicts of the Cold War, marked by the Berlin in 1861 and its fall in 1889. At this moment I am going to sing the song I Want to Break Free. Okay? I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from you like you're so self-satisfied on you. I got to break free. God knows I want to break free. I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time. This time I'm not this forever. I've fallen in love. Yeah. God knows I've fallen in love. Thank you very much for
In conclusion, with the job, culture has always been linked to education from the beginning. If the culture changes, so does the language. For this reason, it is so important to know both aspects. In addition, culture allows access to the foreign language, where you begin to understand words with double meaning, ideas, and customs. This elaborate job helps us to expand our vocabulary and develop for the four skills of the English language, which is very important to use.